Hello, I am here, wiggling my camera. I am here with Hide, to do the Senior BJD Tag, because sdrcow tagged me, and I finally kind of feel energized enough to do it. Woohoo! So yeah, I have Hide here. He's one of my newer boys, and as you can see, I moved my tinies so I can actually see them, and I love it. But anyways, he's large, he's squeaky. Let's get started. Also, he's coming along really well. He's the one that I'm going to do the metal arm on, so that's why he's got this weird harness. I saw it and I was like, hey, that'll look cool with a metal arm there. But I don't have the arm yet to modify, so he's coming along, but he's got his own wig and eyes and everything now, so at least there's that. His wig still kind of drives me a little nuts because I had to use heat on it. And it got like frizzy on the ends and I'm kind of bummed, but that's all not part of this video. So, how long have I been in the hobby? In about, well, it depends. Because if you count vinyl dolls, then I've been in the hobby for like 10.25 years, because I got my first doll was a doll for Dream. If you don't count vinyl dolls, then in about a month, I will have been in the hobby for 10 years. Because I got my first doll for my birthday. Or my first resin doll, I should say. Also, can I just say, he's like rocking some torn pants, but they are so freaking tight. I tried to put them, these are the pants, I switched them with Junjae because Junjae is too thick for them. They barely button with him, but they don't button with Jaehwan. Oh, I have too many dolls. How has the hobby changed for and around you? I feel like platforms have changed a bit. You know, way back in the day it was like mostly on YouTube, and I think sdrcow mentioned like DeviantArt too. Now there's like Instagram, which if you know me, I'm really not that socially active. Like, I got a Twitter, which is my catch-all Twitter. So I just tweet about things I'm interested in, rather than like a specific thing like dolls. And then my Instagram is pathetic. So I'm still kind of on YouTube, but clearly I'm not like in it to win it on YouTube. I'm just kind of, I'm here to have a good time. And funny enough, for a while I got really embarrassed of my YouTube, and I didn't want other people to see it, so I deleted all my old videos. And then like one day I was just kind of like, I was talking to Asemba, and I was like, yeah, I kind of missed this. And she was like, well, you should do it again. And then I got like a random comment on like Twitter too, saying like, I miss your, or like, you know, I wish you'd make videos. And I'm like, well, okay, I have a doll coming on Tuesday, so I guess I'll make a box opening, and that was the start of it. But I think it's gotten bigger, but I also think that like the places where the community is have changed. You know, like a lot of my buddies from like 7 years ago aren't making like videos anymore, and I barely dabble in Den of Angels now. I just go there to buy things, which is a really bad thing, and I bought more dolls that I really shouldn't have bought, so do you regret anything you've done in the hobby? So before I had this like, because I tried to do this tag once and I didn't like it, so I trashed it. Before I had this like all sentimental reason like, oh, I miss, you know, I'm sad I my friends, but I've kind of been getting back into it with at least a couple of them, and actually making new friends, which is really exciting. But you know, I had this whole sappy thing. Now, my biggest regret, I set Cosmos on fire. I can laugh about it now, but there were tears, like sobbing wreck tears. So yeah, I inherited Cosmos. She's a limited edition Volks doll from like 2013, so she's very, very, very special. She's one of my favorite video game characters, so I just, you know, she was kind of like that dream doll that I never thought I would get, but then she appeared on the marketplace with some damaged pieces for a really good price, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna swoop in and grab her, and I did. And actually I had to buy her in pieces because someone was selling the head for kind of a lot, but I bought it because I wanted her. And then another person was selling the body for like a really good price because there were broken pieces and she was stained. I was doing so good. I'd gotten her stains like 95% out of her body. She almost looked brand freaking new. The last round, because you have to apply some heat, so I'd been setting her under my desk lamp. The last round, my desk lamp was just a little too close to her, and I'm doing homework and I look over and I see smoke and she's turning black. Yeah. Anyways, let's look back up at her. It was one of her thigh pieces, and you can see this leg. She's got a piece of armor on it that mostly covers it, but also what I ended up doing was cutting the black part off, then layering a ton of my favorite E6000 fabric glue because it kind of dries flexible, and she's made out of vinyl. So I layered a ton of that and tights to make a patch. And then I painted her leg to match, so you know, you're kind of getting a panty shot, which, sorry, but whatever. You can't really tell anymore, especially because the armor and the sock and the protective coating that I put under the sock that I made myself are all there. So I'm okay, but you know, biggest regret, I set it all on fire. And I swear anyone who's talked to me in recent times online has heard this story 1,000 times, so I'm sorry, but you know, I gotta laugh it off now because I cried a lot. And then if you could give one piece of advice, what would it be? So I have a couple. One, just be happy. Like, there's a lot of really stupid, meaningless drama that comes up in like every hobby or fandom you get into, and like, just who cares? Really, who cares? Collect the dolls that you want to collect. Make the characters that you want to make. If it's your own character, great. If it's a copy of a character, great. You know, the cool thing about this hobby is that it's expanded a lot over time too, in terms of like doll companies. So you could find a lot. You know, case in point, this boy here, I just saw him like one day and absolutely fell in love and tried to tell myself no. I have a very bad habit of doing that. Every time I tell myself no on a doll, I will inevitably get the doll somewhere down the line. But anyways, you know, just collect what makes you happy. I know I have family that still, when I first got into collecting dolls, told me that it was a waste of money and it wasn't practical, and it's like, okay, yeah, maybe. However, these are collector's dolls, so if I take good care of them and I ever decide that I do want to sell them, it can actually be frugal, especially because I've got some limited edition dolls, some of which I might have set on fire. But I actually, you know, I've gotten more into collecting secondhand dolls because I really enjoy kind of working on them and fixing them up. So there's a lot that you can do in the hobby, and just do what will make you happy. And excuse my profanity, but fuck everyone else, you know? Because everyone's always going to have something snotty to say. Well, maybe not everyone, but there's always going to be someone. And the second piece of advice kind of goes hand in hand with that, but like, it's just a hobby. I have seen friendships end over some of the more touchy topics, such as recasts, which I am pro artist, right? I think most collectors are. However, you know, there was a situation in one of my doll group that I am no longer in. This actually made me leave the doll group, where there was someone who bought a recast on accident, and they basically had this public trial on like the Facebook page about whether or not this person should even be allowed in the group because of a mistake they made. And they were very aware, and they were like, oh my god, I didn't realize, okay, I'll do better next time, please help me. And they were like, you know, coming looking for advice. But they ultimately like had this public display trial, and this person ended up like, okay, well, I'll just leave the group. And I am really not okay with that. You know, that's kind of a tangent, but take it easy. You know, this is meant to be fun, so make it fun. You can have your opinions and your beliefs, but don't go on like witch hunts, you know, because I don't think that's very fun personally. So just do what makes you happy is the bottom line. And you know, respect artists, absolutely respect artists, but also, you know, don't become a terrible human being in the process of pushing your own beliefs down someone's throat, especially if they make a mistake. So keep it happy, keep it fun. You know, this is an awesome creative hobby, and I think it should remain that way. So yeah, I guess that's that. I stupidly ordered more dolls because that's what I do, but I also want to try and do a little more with the dolls that I currently have. So if you guys have ideas for videos, or if I get tagged again, that'd be super fun. Speaking of tagging people, I don't really know anyone anymore. Semba did this, I think. Yeah, because this is how I found out about it. And then sdrcow did it and tagged me, and like those are my two friends that I know that make videos. I might try and find some people to tag, because I know I've been chatting with some people in like live streams in the comments, and maybe you guys want to do it. But I will say, anyone who sees this video and wants to do it, go for it.